The Formula One season is back in full swing after almost a month-long break, with the 19th race weekend taking place from October 18th to 20 in Austin. This year, the excitement is set to soar even higher with the adrenaline-pumping F1 sprint and a show-stopping musical performance that will keep fans on the edge of their seats. The Circuit of the Americas, with its natural landscape and terrain, adds a unique thrill to the race. The track features turns and straights that mimic famous sections from iconic circuits like Silverstone and Hockenheim, making for a truly dynamic experience. After 18 stages, Max Verstappen remains firmly in the lead. The Red Bull driver has scored 331 points, with Lando Norris from McLaren hot on his heels, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc rounds out the top three. Adding to the weekend's excitement, the legendary Germania Insurance Superstage welcomed a true musical icon, Sting. The 17-time Grammy-winning artist has always pushed the boundaries of genres, blending jazz, pop, classical, and world music in a way that's uniquely his own. Born Gordon Sumner in Wallsend, England, Sting rose to fame as the frontman and bassist of The Police, a band that redefined new wave music. After achieving international stardom with the group, he embarked on a solo career that has made him one of the best-selling artists of all time. At COTA, Sting didn't just perform, he captivated the audience, transforming a night at the racetrack into an unforgettable musical journey. With hit after hit, he proved why he's still an icon, a true master who continues to evolve, inspire, and resonate with fans of all generations. Sting's legacy goes beyond music. He shares a long-standing marriage with Trudy Styler, an actress, producer, and philanthropist. Together, they've become one of entertainment's most dynamic power couples, using their platform to champion causes close to their hearts, from environmental activism to social justice. Sting and Trudy Styler have been together for over 4 decades now, and they're still as in love as when they met. The way their romance started, though, turned a lot of heads back in the day.
The marriage, I go crazy too. So I need that balance. And she's very strong. I feel like an orbit because she's central to my life.
Why? Well, Sting was married with 2 children when he met Trudy, who was his wife's best friend. In 1974, Sting's whole world changed when he met his first wife, Frances Tomelty. She was playing the part of the Virgin Mary in a Christmas rock show in his hometown. After a little over a year of dating, Frances fell pregnant, and when she was 3 months along, the pair got married in a Catholic ceremony. "We will fall in love, and within 18 months, this woman will be my wife. She transformed my life and was a catalyst in my becoming something completely different," he wrote in his biography. In 1976, they welcomed their son Joe. 6 years later, they would welcome their daughter. But this wouldn't be as happy an occasion. Just 1 year after getting married, Sting met Trudy Styler. At the time, Trudy was neighbors with the singer and his wife. Their bond began when they passed one another on the street, and what could have been a romantic encounter between 2 people turned into a media scandal years later. Not only was Styler acquainted with Sting after their meeting, she was also a close friend of Tomelty since they met during a production of Macbeth. Sting's wife at the time took the actress under her wing, and they became good friends.
We have such an easy and fantastic, great friendship together.
At the time of Sting and Trudy's meeting, he was a struggling musician who had just formed a little-known band called The Police and was juggling marriage with a newborn baby. Despite his outrageous looks, the actress couldn't help but fall in love. "I thought, I fancy that guy with green hair," she said. It was certainly love at first sight for Sting as well. In his autobiography, Broken Music, he wrote about what he felt when he met the actress. "Her eyes are a pale green, and across her left cheek is a strip of scar tissue that curls like the violent memory of an animal claw. Strangely, the scar in no way detracts from her beauty, because she looks to me like a kind of damaged angel," he wrote. Although Sting claims that he and Styler were platonic for at least the first year of their relationship, it's not known exactly when they began to see one another romantically. Neither are proud of the situation and remain quiet on the exact details for the benefit of everyone involved. Soon, things got murky. Frances and Sting welcomed their second child in 1982, and it was around the same time that she discovered her husband's affair with Trudy. Not long after the birth, they separated. As for Styler's situation, She was also in a committed relationship with someone else. It was the least ideal situation you can imagine. I don't talk about it because it's tied up with, his ex-wife, and I don't talk about her, Trudy said. By 1983, Trudy was pregnant with Sting's child, and things were going very well for the police, with hits like Roxanne and Every Breath You Take. With this in mind, the band was about to embark on a world tour. Trudy went on the road with the police up until she was 8 months pregnant. It wasn't until 1984 that Sting and Tommelty divorced, and that same year Styler gave birth to a daughter. Sadly, the demise of the police would be coinciding with the breakup of his family. There would follow a season in hell for everyone involved. After the divorce, strict Catholic Frances kept her dignity and would only say of the split, "I'm happy everything has gone through. It's been done amicably." She had longed for the fairy tale marriage ever since she was young. But Sting's growing fame, good looks, and inability to be faithful meant their 1976 wedding was doomed. He once announced that it was cool to be promiscuous and admitted to sleeping with 5 women in 1 week during a US tour. As the band took off, he would not see his young family for weeks on end.
It was wonderful to spend more time at home, with my wife and in the same bed every night and walking my dog.
Things seemed different when he married Trudy, as his womanizing ways were no longer. He became the family man he was meant to be, as the couple had 4 children together over the next 20 years of their relationship. While Sting says that it wasn't his goal to have a big family, he is forever grateful that he has it. "I became a dad by accident 6 times. That's how smart I am. Yet they were the happiest accidents of my life because they're remarkable human beings. They have produced 7 grandchildren at this point, who are also wonderful. So, I didn't intend to be the patriarch of a tribe, but I am," he said. Over the years, he has also spoken about how difficult it must have been for his kids to have him as a dad. He was sure there were times it was great to be his child, and other times it was a pain in the ass. When he would go pick his kids up from school, there were other parents asking for his autograph, which was embarrassing for him and his children. "With my children, there is great wealth, success, and a great shadow over them, so it's no picnic at all being my child. I discussed that with them. It's tough for them," he said. Despite how difficult it was, he has never had any plans to make their life easier, at least financially. Sting has said that he and Trudy have instilled in them the importance of making their own living. His kids are fiercely independent and don't sit around waiting for a handout.
People ask me about this statement I've made about not leaving any vast fortune to my children. I say I wouldn't want to rob my children of the adventure and the privilege of making it on their own, of actually making a living on your own. It's a fantastic thing to do.
The musician did say he will always help them if they're in trouble, even though he has never really had to do that. "My kids won't see a penny of my $300 fortune. I told them there won't be much money left because we are spending it. I certainly don't want to leave them trust funds that are albatrosses around their necks. They have to work," he said. Good for them. Trudy and Sting dated for 10 years before tying the knot in 1992. The pair had a rock and roll, star-studded, iconic wedding that would kick them off into what has now been 30 years of marriage and 45 years of love. How have they managed to be more loved up than ever? Well, Sting has a theory. We love each other, which is a given, but we also like each other, and that's an important distinction. Love is passion, but liking somebody and enjoying their company is different, and it lasts longer. Be married to your best friend, he said.